Hello, hi students. Today we shall start with the next function of a management known as the staffing. We have already discussed regarding the planning is concerned, organizing is concerned, and the next important function of a management is the staffing. So as regarding the planning is concerned, planning means deciding in advance and what to do, how to do, who is to do it. So it is done. So the destination and the path of the organization is made by the planning, and to reach the destination, whatever the means or the tools which are required, they are assembled, they are collected by the organizing. Even the identification of the various business activities, the activities which are similar in nature, they are grouped. Then the proper relation in between the authority and the responsibility is created by the organizing. Then the next important function is known as the staffing. So the staffing is concerned with the manpower, the human resource which is needed to perform the various functions. So such that is the human resources is to be made available for the working of the organization with the help of this staffing. In a certain big organization, the separate departments are created known as the personnel department. So it looks after regarding the requirement of the manpower which is essential. The different, that is the manpower having the skilled and the unskilled person. So such that is the persons which are required, they are to be made available with the help of this staffing function. So such staffing is essential even at the initial stages in a large quantity or in a big quantity, but even such a function of a staffing is to be performed when it is a going concern. Even for such staffing is needed because of that is the transfers are done, the promotion is done, or sometimes the resignations are given by the employees, or due to the death of the employees the vacancies are created, and in such that is the places the proper staffing is to be done. And such staffing is to be done by taking into account the various, that is the factors. The staffing is to be done on a systematic way, in a scientific way, as you have studied in case of principles of management, principle of F.W. Taylor. He has stated regarding the human resource which is required for the organization. Even he has developed the technique of deploying the human resource, that is called as the merit rating, and accordingly that is the staffing is to be done. So we shall discuss the meaning and the definition, what is exactly the staffing. So that we have to discuss, and you will come to know exactly what is meant by staffing with the help of the definition given by the various authors. So we shall see the definitions given. See, on a page number 22, the definitions are given to you. I will read the definition. The first one is, according to Theo Hyman, the staffing function pertains the recruitment, selection, development, training, and compensation of subordinate managers. So according to Theo Hyman, the staffing, it includes, or staffing is related with the recruitment. So the manpower which is needed for the organization, it is to be appointed. It is to be appointed by way of various sources. The proper, that is the recruitment, can be done. The man force can be attracted by way of giving the advertisement, or even such, that is the selection can be done by approaching the various educational institution, and therefrom they can be appointed. So such, that is the recruitment is to be done, the selection of the employees is to be done. While selecting the employees, the proper, that is the procedure and the techniques are to be adopted by way of conducting, that is the interview, or even the expert persons committee is to be appointed, and thereby the selection of the employees can be done, and thereafter selecting the proper, that is the placement is to be done at a required job, at a required position. These men force are to be deployed, they are to be appointed, so proper placing is to be done. Then timely, that is the training is to be done to enhance their own, that is the quality and the knowledge is concerned. The training is to be provided, and the most important is the compensation is to be provided to the employees on the basis of their experience, the ability, their qualification. So it is to be done, and the performance appraisal is to be done. So whatever the targets which are given to them, whether they are achieving or not, so their performance appraisal is to be done. So this is all regarding the staffing is concerned. So according to, that is the Theo Hyman is concerned. Then we will discuss the one more definition. According to Luther Gulick, staffing is the whole personal function. Staffing is the whole personal function of bringing and training the staff and maintaining favorable condition of work, and maintaining favorable condition of work. So this is the another definition given by Luther Gulick is concerned. So according to him, that is bringing, that is the personal, whatever the man force is required, the manpower is required, so it is to be selected, the proper, that is the placement is to be done, then the proper training is to be provided to them, and the good working condition is to be maintained. The proper working condition should be there. It means the proper facilities are to be provided to the personnel. The working conditions means whatever they need, the tools and equipments, etc., or even the other facilities are concerned. So such, that is the facilities are to be provided, like the perquisites, etc. So such, the proper and the good working condition should be maintained. So these are the definitions given by the two authors. Now from this definition, you came to know that staffing means what? Staffing means, that is the recruitment, selection, then the placement of the employees, then providing the proper training to them, then providing the good working conditions to them, the remuneration, etc., and even the performance appraisal of the employee is to be done. So all this is included within the meaning of a staffing is concerned. So such the staffing is essential, or it is very important for the smooth working of the organization is concerned. The resources in all, that is the four factors of a productions are there. The four factors like that is the men, material, machinery, money, and the method. The fifth one is the method. So all these are the factors of a production. Except that is the men, all other, that is the factors of productions are there. They are the non-living. But the only man is concerned, he is the living being, and he is a very important. All other, that is the resources, can be kept moving only with the help of a proper, that is the man force is concerned, the staffing function is concerned. The material or the tools, the equipments, or even the money is concerned, they can be used properly only if the proper, that is the man force is appointed to handle all such resources. So the staffing is a very important function. The employees who are appointed in the organization, they are the assets of the business concern, and due care is to be taken while selecting the employees, and even the proper, that is the remuneration or the training etc. are to be provided to the employees to improve their, that is the performance. Now from all this discussion, we have to point out the need and the importance of a staffing is concerned. Now in this book, the point of importance are given to you. There are different, that is the points which are given to you. See the page number 22, the importance of a staffing is given to you, and we will go through all these points in brief one by one. Now see, the first one is effective managerial function. Due to the staffing, effective managerial functions can be performed. Then the second one is leads to effective utilization of human resources. Then builds cordial relationship. Then helps human resource development. Helps in effective use of technology and other resources. Improves efficiency. Then long-term effect, essential contribution, and provides job satisfaction, and last one is maintains harmony. So these are all the different, that is the points of importance. We will discuss in brief all these points. So the first one is the effective managerial function. So because of the staffing, the effective managerial functions can be performed. The managerial functions such as the planning, organizing, or even the coordination, the control, etc., it is possible only with the help of a staffing is concerned. So as regarding the staffing is concerned, the staffing, it injects life into an organization. Without staffing, organization is just an empty shell. So in case of organizing is concerned, we create, that is the specific job specification is concerned, but the actual deployment of the man force, the manpower, is done only with the help of a staffing is concerned. So only when such a deployment is made, then the other functions start moving. So without staffing, the other functions cannot move or they cannot be performed. So it is the effective, that is the managerial function. Then other business activities are concerned. So such business activities can also be performed only with the help of a proper, that is the staffing is concerned. The various business activities such as the sales or the finance or the production or the marketing is concerned, they can be performed, these activities can be performed only with the help of a staffing is concerned. Then next one is the leads to effective utilization of human resource. So as we have discussed as regarding the staffing is concerned, so staffing means that is the proper selection of employees, proper selection, the placement, the training. So such that is the placement and the training is done, and even the right persons are appointed for the right job. So due to all this, the effective utilization of resources is possible. Such effective utilization is possible by way of even avoiding, that is the overburden of the work is concerned or the workload is concerned. That can be avoided if the proper, that is the placement and the appointment is done. So this is the another point it states regarding the effective utilization of human resources. Then next one is the builds cordial relationship. So due to the staffing function is concerned, a healthy atmosphere in the organization can be created. So the healthy atmosphere can be created by way of providing the proper, that is the working conditions. If the proper working conditions are done, then the fair amount of remunerations are given to the employees, the timely, that is the promotion etc. is given to the employees. So all this creates a good atmosphere and which builds a good relation in the organization. The healthy atmosphere, it increases, that is the efficiency, and even that is the progress of the organization is possible. So this is the another point of importance called as the builds cordial relation. A good relation, the healthy relations are possible only with the help of a effective staffing is concerned. Then next one is helps human resource development. Helps human resource development. So as regarding the staffing is concerned, the staffing means not just the selecting the employees or the appointing the employees, but once the employees they are selected, then the proper, that is the training is provided to them, and such that is the training is provided, and even the corporate culture can be built in the organization. So it is done only with the help of a effective staffing is concerned. So such even the effective staffing can be done by way of that is the skilled personnel or the expert, that is the persons or the experienced persons who are there in the organization. They are the assets of the organization and they help for inculcating such a good culture in the organization. So this is the another point called as the helps for human resource development. Then next one is helps in effective use of technology and other resources. So due to the proper, that is the staffing is concerned, so while doing the staffing, the change in the environment, change in the business environment is to be taken into account, and such that is the person, the proper person, the right persons are to be selected so that they can tackle such a technology, or they can tackle such challenges of the future. So such that is the man force can be deployed, and thereby they can adapt with the changing, the organization can adapt with the changing technology, and even the other resources like the material is concerned, the capital is concerned, so they can also be utilized in a optimum way if the effective staffing is done. Then next one is the improves efficiency. So as regarding the efficiency is concerned, so the efficiency of the employee can be improved by way of motivating the employees. So such motivation can be provided. The motivation may be of a monetary in nature, or it may be of a non-monetary in nature. So if the proper policy is adopted regarding the providing of the promotion is concerned, or giving the incentives are concerned, so if such a policy is followed, then the efficiency of the employee can be increased, and the efficiency, it may leads to the increase in the efficiency of the organization, and it is possible only if the proper, that is the staffing is done. It means while selecting the employees, they are to be selected properly, and after the selection the due care is to be taken regarding the promotion is concerned. While giving the promotion, their performance appraisal is to be seen, and accordingly it's shown, that is the rules are to be made, how the promotion is to be given, how the increments are to be given, and even the other non-monetary incentives are concerned, they are to be provided, and it may leads to the increase in the efficiency of the employee, and ultimately it increases the efficiency of the organization. Then the next one is the long-term effect. So as regarding the staffing is concerned, if the proper staffing is done, it creates a long-lasting, that is the impact. It also builds the reputation. If the effective staffing is done, it builds the reputation of the organization. Even due to the effective, that is the staffing is concerned, it reduces the labor turnover. If the employees, they are satisfied with the reward given to them, then such employees, they won't leave such a organization. So the labor turnover is also reduced. Even it also builds the goodwill of the organization, and ultimately, that is, it leads to the progress of the organization. So it is the another point of importance called as the long-term effect. If the employees are to be selected properly, they are trained, the proper remuneration is given, proper working conditions are given, naturally it increases the efficiency, and it is the path of the success of the organization. Then next one is the essential contribution. Essential contribution through the effective, that is the selection of the employees. The employees are to be selected by taking into account or even the staffing is to be done by taking into account the future requirement, not only the present requirement but also the future requirement. As regarding the business environment is concerned, the business environment, it always changes, and the selection of the employees must be done by taking into account the future, that is the requirement. Future challenges are to be taken into account, so that that is the employees who are selected, they can cope up with the changing situations or the challenges, and they can contribute whatever such an expert, that is the employees who are selected, they must be competent one to meet the future challenges, and then they can contribute for the future of the organization. So it is the another point of importance called as the essential contribution. Then next one is the provides job satisfaction. If the proper, that is the staffing is done, then the employees, they get the job satisfaction. Proper staffing means, so whatever the employees are selected timely, that is their knowledge is to be enhanced to cope up with the changing situation or with the change in the technology. The proper, they should be sent for the training, so that they can well equip with such a knowledge. They can even the proper, that is the remuneration is to be given to them. They are to be made permanent. The job security is to be provided to them. So all this gives a job satisfaction, and the employees, those who are satisfied with the organization, naturally they can give the more and more to the organization. So it is the another point of importance called as the provides job satisfaction. Then maintains harmony. So due to the effective staffing, the harmony in the organization is possible. So the proper, that is the communication, the effective communication can be done if the proper, that is the staffs are being appointed. A right person is to be appointed for the right job, and thereby you can create a proper, that is the coordination, or you can expect, that is the proper cooperation in the organization, and the harmony in the organization can be seen if the effective, that is the staffing function is performed. So these are all the various points of importance are concerned. The main principle of the staffing is the right person is to be appointed for the right job at a right time and by right pay. So the proper pay is to be paid. So it is the main principle of the staffing is concerned. Is it clear? What is the principle? The right person or the right people is to be appointed for right job at a right time and by right pay is to be provided. So we can conclude the function of staffing is concerned, and in the next lecture we shall discuss the next function known as the directing.